Israel claimed to have killed a top Iranian general as it traded more strikes with its longtime foe, and President Trump warned residents of Tehran to evacuate while suggesting that the United States could give up on negotiations. Trump left the G7 summit a day early to deal with the conflict between Israel and Iran, telling reporters on Air Force One during the flight back to Washington that he was not looking at a ceasefire, but something better than a ceasefire.
And then a real end, not a ceasefire. And then
so something that would be permanent.
Yeah, or giving up entirely. That's okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible in the next 24 hours?
Why not? Certainly possible. Complete give up. That's possible, yeah.
That was President Trump's stance after leaving the G7 summit early to deal with the Iran and Israel conflict. And after writing on Truth Social that Iran should have signed the deal, I told them to sign. What a shame and waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again, everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. In another string of posts just this afternoon, Trump wrote that the U.S. knew exactly where Iran's supreme leader was hiding, that he was an easy target but would not be killed, at least for now. In another one, he said, we now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran, and later unconditional surrender. His comments bringing up questions on what the U.S. will do next.
I would say President Trump is signaling the very real possibility that the U.S. would become more involved in this conflict. I think he would like to avoid that. I think a majority of his advisors would like to avoid that. But the key element that the Israelis lack are these big buster bunking bombs, 4Bs, and those are the key to really taking out the entire nuclear program. So if you're going to align completely with Israel, and I think the administration seems to be considering that, then you get to these big bombs.
Trump was in a Situation Room meeting today to discuss the conflict, according to the White House. U.S. lawmakers also reacting.
I trust the president on this.
And I'm hoping the president will not get involved with the war. This is not our war. This is Iran's war.
Don't panic and hope we all make the right decision when it comes down to it.
Also today, the U.S. military deployed more fighter aircraft to the Middle East and extended deployment of other warplanes, bolstering military forces in the region. That's according to 3 U.S. officials. These developments emerge after Israel's defense minister issued a warning to Iran's supreme leader. Israel Katz said the leader could face the same fate as Iraq's Saddam Hussein. Meanwhile, the commander-in-chief of the Iranian army warned Israeli residents that a punitive operation will be executed soon and to leave certain areas for their own safety. Today, a massive smoke cloud was seen billowing from a site in central Israel following an Iranian missile attack. Air raid sirens wailed in Tel Aviv as several explosions were also heard. In Tehran, video released by the Iranian Red Crescent showed what it described as rescue workers attempting to free injured people from under the rubble of a damaged building following an Israeli strike. Meantime, foreign nationals were seen evacuating the country. The deadly conflict between Israel and Iran entered its 5th day, with both sides continuing to launch attacks. Leaders of the G7 nations and others around the world have urged de-escalation, but for now, there doesn't seem to be an end anytime soon.